Most NBA players have their bodies almost entirely covered by tattoos, as they remind them of meaningful events. And in this video, we'll be going over the meanings behind some players' tattoos, and some of them are dark. But before we do that, subscribe to the channel and drop a like. Let's get into it. Let's start off with J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith is famous for his 55 tattoos on his body. He says that people always say tattoos tell a story. So I think I got a hell of a story going on. My tattoos are really pretty much off the fly. Whenever I want to get something, I never really know what I'm going to get until I get to the tattoo shop. So when I get there, I just start picking stuff and then just get it. So not much thought when it comes to J.R. Smith and choosing his tattoos. But he does have some interesting ones. Behind Smith's left and right ear, he inked various designs of transformers and logos. He also has a dollar symbol on the back side of his left ear. He also has the phrase, "My time to shine," on the front side of his neck. He said that "my time to shine" is just expressing himself, because he feels as though he's waited long enough to express the way he feels on the basketball court. So he just felt as though it's his time. And he's not wrong, because he's definitely made a name for himself in NBA history. Whether it be his celebrations or highlights,
Smith finds up the three.
Everybody loves J.R. Smith. And even on the right side of his chest, there's a portrait of his mother, with Mama's Boy under it. He says, "The mother piece was the most important because I'm definitely a mama's boy. And I'm not afraid to let everybody know that."
People perceive him as being a thug because he has these tattoos. All his tattoos mean something to him.
And then he also has a tattoo of Jesus Christ on the left side of his chest. He said that without him, he wouldn't be here, and that God is a very significant part of his life. Then there's a tattoo of a Joker holding dollar bills on his lower left side abdomen, with the words, "In love with my money." He explained, "I've been in a lot of situations where some people feel as though love is more important. I think relationships are great, but unfortunately for me, it hasn't really worked out yet. So I just put 'in love with my money.'" And J.R. Smith has been in the league for some time, and he's made a lot of money. So if I was him, I'd probably be in love with my money too. Another person that made a lot of money throughout his career is Kobe Bryant. Kobe is definitely one of the greatest basketball players of all time. From winning 5 championships and an MVP, he cemented his name in history. Most of his tattoos were inspired by the most important people of his life. He inked Vanessa, the name of his wife, on his right arm. When Kobe was accused of sexual assault in 2003, he inked his wife's name. And along with the Vanessa tattoo, he tattooed angel wings, which represented his wife as a blessing in his life in 2003. Also on his right arm, under angel wings, Bryant inked a religious scripture to express his religious faith. And on top of that, he has a butterfly crown, a symbol of respect, emotions, power, and feelings. So it's no surprise that for the Black Mamba and someone like Kobe, all of his tattoos have some really deep meaning. And so did Jason Terry's tattoos. Except his decisions were just crazy. Before the beginning of the 2011 season, Jason Terry surprised everybody by getting a tattoo, as he got a Larry O'Brien trophy, which is the NBA championship, tatted on his bicep, showing just how sure he was of the Mavericks' chances to win the title. That's a very, very bold move. I would never do that. And to be honest, the Mavs weren't even a favorite team that year, but they winded up overcoming all the adversity and defeated Lebron James in the Miami Heat Big 3 in the finals. Very shocking. Could you imagine if he got traded or waived or lost the finals? That tattoo is gonna stay with you forever. It would kill me knowing that I got that tattoo and couldn't pull it off. Someone that has some pretty funny tattoos is Mike Scott. Mike Scott hasn't been able to truly stand out in the basketball court due to his talents, but he's a guy you definitely notice because of the number of tattoos he has, mostly inspired by modern technology and social media. And what do I mean by that? Well, Scott's body is almost entirely covered with emoji tattoos.
I'm a little crazy. I just like to do things that are out of the ordinary. I like emojis, and I got them tatted all over me.
Yeah, the same emojis we use in WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, he has all of them tatted on his body. And why, you might ask? Simply because he uses a lot of emojis when he texts or uses social media. So I guess that's one reason to tat him on your body. I don't get it. On the bright side, if he ever forgets a certain emoji, he could just look at his body and probably find it. Now moving on to Markieff and Marcus Morris. They're both identical twins, and they're pretty much impossible to tell apart because of the fact that they have the same tattoos, which probably sounds crazy for most of us, but yeah, identical twins with the same tattoos. This can get pretty interesting. They both have a Shout Out to Philadelphia tattoo on their right arm as a reminder of their tough childhood, surrounded by drugs and violence. Also, they have 2 praying hands, holding a basketball on the left arm, with the words "a gift from God," as well as the acronym FOE, which stands for Family Over Everything. So you can't tell them apart no matter what. which leads me to wonder how many times have they took each other's place while playing a game. There was actually some rumors about it where Markieff Morris was swapped with Marcus Morris and played for him. I hope when they retire they finally admit it, because as of right now we don't have any hardcore proof. That'd be one of the funniest pranks in NBA history. And one of the funniest and most vibrant players is Chris Andersen. Chris Andersen is known for brightly colored tattoos on his arms, chest, neck, back, hands, and legs. According to Andersen's regular tattoo artist, Andersen has inked 65% of his body with colored tattoos. So that means more of his body has tattoos than not tattoos. Wow. Andersen said that I like all of them. It's not something I regret. It wasn't like I got drunk and went and got a tattoo. Every tattoo has a meaning. Chris Andersen also goes by the nickname Birdman, simply because of his giant colored body, flaunting a mohawk hairstyle, which makes him look kind of like a bird. At this point, he's just running out of places to where he can get a tattoo, and his tattoos range from words and Chinese symbols. He has the word "free bird" with colored flames tattooed across his neck in bright yellow lettering. He is a fan of the song called "Free Bird." That song has a connection with him, as he used to listen to it regularly during his drug suspension. He once said that the tattoo also had something to do with having just broken off an engagement. Sheesh, that got dark pretty quick. But that leads us to LeBron James, the chosen one. He has 24 tattoos on his body, probably even more at this point. The chosen one is one of his most fascinating tattoos, which he got on his upper back in large size. On the cover of Sports Illustrated, King James was introduced as the chosen one in February of 2002. He also tatted Crowned Lion on his right bicep. After the successful session of the 2006 playoff, the legend inked Witness on his right calf. I don't know about you, but I feel like a calf tattoo would hurt the most. I don't know, I might be wrong. He also has 330 tatted on his right forearm, which refers to his hometown, Akron, Ohio, its area code. He tattooed "What we do in life" on his right arm, which means that whatever we do, the result of such actions has long-term implications. That's pretty deep. Above his lion head tattoo, he inked Gloria in the honor of his mother, Gloria James, and they've been through a lot. Considering that he was brought up in tough circumstances, that one probably holds a lot of value and meaning for him. On his left and right triceps, he has L and J tattoos. LeBron also tattooed Bryce Maximus, which is the name of his second son, on his right forearm. The family was inked on the right side of his abdomen, and then on the left side of his abdomen, he inked Loyalty. Interesting. I wonder if this was pre or post the decision, when many people question his loyalty. And then he also has other tattoos of like his city, his hometown, his date of birth, all that type of stuff, along with a lion tattoo on his chest, 2 flying birds on the inside of his right bicep, and history on his left calf. That's a lot of tattoos, and his latest tattoo was a black mamba, which represents his tribute to the late great Kobe Bryant. He got it tattooed on his thigh, and that one has to hold a lot of meaning for him, because LeBron passed Kobe in scoring the day before Kobe passed away. And with that being said, those are some NBA players who have really interesting tattoos, and some of them with even dark meanings. Comment down below what you think about them, and remember to drop a like and subscribe to Triple Double for more videos.